It's all about exploiting the person that does not have enough self-esteem in themselves to see the beauty of themselves.
Human trafficking is an extreme form of exploitation.
There's nothing else to call it except modern day slavery.
What they have identified is that there are about 1,000 victims of domestic minor sex trafficking.
84% of victims in Ohio are American born.
We're talking about American kids that are not 18 yet.
Right here in Columbus, Ohio, I noticed that we were arresting between 1,000 and 1,500 women every year for prostitution. One is a prostitute that's engaging in sexual activity for hire, and the other is a prostitute that's being compelled to engage in sexual activity for hire. We borrowed some stuff from the Polaris Project and developed our own human trafficking assessment tool. Went out and did a study of 20 of our women. Over 92% of them tested out as fitting the definitions, without a doubt, of human trafficking victims. 1,000 women a year arrested for prostitution. How many of them are human trafficking victims? Over 900 of them, right?
I had to do it on my own. And I don't want other girls to have to do it on their own. I just don't. It's not easy. It took 10 years to get to this point. It's not okay. I didn't even know what PTS was. They had me diagnosed as bipolar, manic depressive, schizophrenia, schizophrenic disorder, something like 6 different disorders. But they didn't know how to address the underlying issues of human trafficking. It's a total different type of trauma. It really is. And because of that, it took many, many years to get out. Like I said, over 10 years. They misdiagnosed me. They had me mismedicated to the point that I should have never took some of the medications I was on because they didn't understand.
I basically came to the realization one day that I felt it was my responsibility as a judge to try to figure out what is the process, what is the forces or influences that a woman goes through to wind up selling what is most personally precious to her. Women helping women and having them in court speaking, which gives women their voice back, oftentimes in court I'll say, hey, what can we do for you? And we'll get them to say, I need this. And then we want to flood them with resources to get that done.
DOMA works with the Catch program to support the ladies with both vocational training and with mentoring. Freedom a la carte is our vocational readiness program. Freedom really functions as a wonderful way for women to learn hard skills and soft skills on the job. So soft skills are things like interpersonal skills, like how to be kind to your coworkers, how to de-escalate when you're verbally confronted, things like that. The hard skills are things like knife skills, things like food preparation, ingredients, how to use safe handling procedures. Those skills are all skills that they're taught as well. So we're really taking a woman with no job training prior to her presentation at Freedom and watching her as she blossoms into this amazing human being who's capable of chopping and dicing and shipping and marketing a food product to a capable audience who's ready to receive it and wants to receive it, and then they receive the product and they're getting all kinds of information on human trafficking as a byproduct of that, because all of our materials go out with the food orders.
We use the Wakamel name and brand to create awareness against child sex trafficking with Gracie. And this event is so unique, and it's men in high heels. I mean, what a better conversation starter right there. And we also have Catch Court come, which are the women that are in the Judge Herbert's program. So they walk with us, and they have to be so far into the Catch Court program. So that's so inspirational because they're in the crowd and they get to walk in sneakers, and we honor them. And so they get a chance to tell their story, and they love it.
These organizations in Catch Court is crucial because they understand, they get it. It's like a Vietnam vet. You just can't go to any kind of counselor. You have to go to a vet-specific counselor. Same thing.
I see hope in that it's beginning to be identified and given a name.
I think once we can be more proactive on letting them know they are victims. They are not the cause of this, they are victims, then there'll be more hope.
How many hundreds and hundreds of years? Back to the biblical books. It's been going on. It's not going to stop overnight. It's not.
Hope is getting these people caught. Hope is bringing attention to it within the legislature and the news. And hope is letting people talk about it. How many times in the past year has it been brought up in the news? A lot.
There's like an army that's rising up throughout the nation and throughout the state.
I see hope in vocational training, in real job skills training that we can provide survivors so that they can transition out of the lifestyle.
Get dirty. Don't be scared to get dirty. And if you're scared to get dirty, figure out another way that you could really get some hope to somebody. Because it could be as little as just giving someone a smile or a hug, truly, that could give someone hope. Or just a random word of inspiration could give someone another day of hope. That's where I see hope at.
And I think anytime you're empowering kids, sort of the next generation, making them aware and making them feel like they matter, like they can do something about this problem, that's incredible, because we're going to have a whole new generation of adults coming in who say, hey, this is unacceptable and this is going on and we're going to do something about it. We're not going to stand by and let it, just be those people over there that this is happening to. It matters, and it matters to our community. So we're going to rise up against it.